a short week this week. No markets tomorrow, so we won't be here tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Okay. Happy Thursday. Looks like people can hear me over on X. Let me drop a little GM in the chat for good morning. We'll get this party started. No show tomorrow. Won't be back till Monday because the 4th of July being on Saturday. The markets will be open tomorrow. Yeah, right now, gosh, when the week started, we were hoping just to kind of hang on with crypto, not drop too bad. We saw right before the month closed, we dropped down into the 57,000s. Really felt like it was going down lower, which it still may, but now we're back a little bit. Right now, the NASDAQ, we're about 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes into the trading day. 0.36 to the positive on the NASDAQ. The Dow's up 0.5%, and S&P up 0.42. Oil, we're not hearing much about the war and stuff, which is probably a good thing because look at oil, crude, 67.66. Medica, hey, Mr. Heine, yeah, that was we'll talk about that. Great game last night. Great day of soccer. I watched the whole match between England and Congo. That was crazy. They were down all the way and they didn't score till the 76th minute and won again in 85 minutes or something like that. So same guy as well. But yeah, talk a little bit of football here for sure. So I told everyone, just forget it. The market looked so bad. I was just like, hey, just chill, enjoy a little bit of football, take some time off, touch some grass, so to speak. And yet here we are up a little bit. But yeah, like I said, we're not hearing much about the oil, but we're not hearing about the war, but oil's going down. So that's a good thing. 67.66, down 1.34%. Also, a lot of talk, obviously, STRC, what Saylor was doing, trying to hold that peg, or not really peg, more the, we're really calling it peg. What were they calling it? A par at $100. Got all the way down into the low 70s. He made a few changes, which we talked about ad nauseum here on the show. Right now, STRC 89.90, up 2.79%. So up almost 20 bucks since, 15, 20 bucks since he made the changes. Of course, obviously, the biggest factor, what fixes all of Michael Saylor's problems, is crypto going up. So let's take a look at crypto. Like I say, Bitcoin, 61,675. I mean, this is the daily chart. We're up 5.2% on the day. We're up 1% since the market opened. Good stuff, man. Didn't expect this, but, didn't expect it. But I'll take it on a short week. I mean, we still got 3 days. Can we hold these levels or higher? We're very close. We're right there about at the 200-week moving average. Hey, Scott, happy Thursday. Having a great morning so far. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I had to get on and take a bunch of profit on my grid bots and stuff because, they were stuck at around $80. But because it'd been DCA and some of them were already 2-3% in the positive, so I forgot how. Hadn't done it. I've been 5 weeks to the day, tomorrow actually, since the grid bots went out of range under $80. So I just sit there. They just sit there waiting to come back. But yeah, I had to close out like 6 of them. Some of them almost 3% profit. So I'm back, man. I'm back. Felt good, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's so funny. We were just saying, can we survive? A couple of days ago, Bitcoin dropped to 57,000, high 57s, but under 58. Felt depressing. I was saying, hey, can we hang on through the week? And here we are. Here we are with a crazy bounce. Ethereum, 1,702, up 7.8% for the day, 2.6% for the hour. Holy crap, what got into Ethereum? Damn, XRP. For our friends there in the XRP army, $1.10. Oh my gosh, $1.10.74. So yeah, 6.2%, 1.2% on the hourly. And of course, the hero of the week and the day is Solana, leading the charge, 81.58. It's not even the highest. We actually spiked a little higher in the morning, but I'll take an 8.5% day. But here's what's crazy. You know, it just kind of led the charge, 23% for the week. Now, some of this is all the mania in meme coins again, right? Look, our Unkita, you know, I've been talking about our Unkita, our buddy's creator coin, $33,000. It's up 23.53%. A lot of it just on what Solana's done. The Bitcoin bull, our guy Jason A.I. Williams at Going Bear Parabolic, it's up 104% since yesterday. This early yesterday morning, this was 100, maybe it was the night before, it was 159,000. I remember, Scott, you and I were talking about it. And now it's up 359,000. And then I noticed this new one, David Gokhshtein. I heard him kind of being real bullish, but this kind of popped out of nowhere. This David, the white bull, you know, same thing, the supply control meta. But check this thing. It wicked up to 2.63 million. It's at 2 million right now. I haven't bought in yet, but I'm watching it. I wish I had heard about it. I listened to his show. I heard him hit, and I don't know if he started. It's got a 65% supply control as well. But I don't know if he did it or someone else made it for him or whatever. But here it is. I have seen him posting these. But anyway, that's up to 2 million. So I kind of wish I had known about that earlier. I may still play with it a little low. He's got a lot of followers on X and stuff. Hasn't talked about a coin in a year or two. So anyway, interesting. The white bull, and of course we have the Bitcoin bull, Jason A.I. Williams. So anyway, having some fun with that. Nothing too serious, but man, what a good feeling, huh? Wasn't expecting this. Wasn't expecting this earlier in the week. You know what I didn't check? Fear and greed. Let's check the fear and greed. Yeah, it was 11 yesterday, as you remember. I'm sure it's up a little bit. It should be out of extreme fear by now. You never know, though, just because of the fact that, it takes a little while. But there it is. David Gokhshtein, this just on my feed. Make bull posting great again. Got to like that. And then Jason A. Williams, of course, came on our show. Him and Easy going back and forth about stuff, but they're kind of having some fun with it. Both of them are it's turned into more of a jovial thing, back and forth trolling. We hit and hold 1 million in TB. Everyone gets a bag of apples. He's going to airdrop that when we hit $1 million and hold it, So anyway, him and Easy going back and forth about apples because Easy, they were fighting on the timeline, and then Jason said he doesn't know what to tell. Anyway, it's kind of funny. All kinds of Apple memes going back and forth. But let's look at the fear and greed. Sorry, this little slow. I guess Green Man had to spend like $600 to get his computer fixed. That sucks. Yeah, it was 11 yesterday. Any guesses? 19. Not bad. I'll take it. This is funny. Look at this on Yahoo Finance. Trump was America's top crypto earner in 2021, making $1.4 billion. Hey, Steph. GM, Steph coming from Belgium, probably working right now. Got a summer gig to mine some fiat and stack a little more Bitcoin and whatnot. Steph, the official TA guy for the Heine community, also helps out on the GM Bitcoin Morning Show, and I'm a member of his private trading group as well. But yeah, GM, congrats to Belgium. I didn't watch the game, but man, I saw you guys down like what was it, 1 or 2 to 0 the whole time, and I'm like, no, let's see, what was the score? Yeah, Senegal was 2, and you guys were nothing when I thought you were done, and then I guess you scored a couple points in the last 5 minutes. I guess there was a controversial penalty kick, and you guys won. But so now it's USA and Belgium on Monday, I guess. So that'll be fun. I didn't even watch the American game. Wednesday is my wife's day to plan stuff, but we were out having some pizza and stuff. But a lot of people were talking about it. Even saw some people in some jerseys. So, but yeah, congrats to Belgium, and congrats to USA as well, and to England. And we'll talk coming up today. But anyway, what do you think of this, man? Yeah, you're right. You said Belgium has a great team, but not a great coach. Hey, Coach Master comes out with USA, 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 USA. Yep. Scott said USA versus Belgium Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern in Seattle. Oh, man. Seattle, one of the loudest, maybe the loudest stadium in the USA. So, yeah, don't expect they literally say it's so bad. Same thing they say about the Utah Jazz, or they used to anyway, because Utah's got nothing going on. No sports teams. Now they have a soccer team and a hockey team, but nothing going on. But the Jazz, they weren't always that great, but man, it was so loud. They said it was like you'd go to that. I had season tickets back in the when they lost to the Bulls in the playoffs, but that's when I had my internet company, so we had season tickets that would just go. And I think CoinZoom has like first or second row tickets right now. I've been to a couple games with them, but anyway, it was so loud it would affect the game. And then same with Seattle, man. Seattle they say that's just so loud in that stadium that the players have trouble concentrating. And Coach Master said Belgium doesn't know what's coming. Oh, and it's fun. Some little controversy on the timeline. Friends turning on each other. But what do you think about this? Trump, America's top crypto owner 2025. This is hilarious, right? Like, and people are acting like it's corruption and this and that. And I'm not going to say that like launching the token and stuff wasn't a little questionable, but the reality is he's making money because they see the trend. He isn't making money because he isn't like changing laws and stuff to benefit him. He's changing laws and stuff to benefit the whole thing. But yeah, I mean, we all got rugged on the Trump coin and the Melania coin and stuff like that. That's might be some questionable stuff happening there, but I'm dying, right? It's like he's sitting there making his own trades and stuff. It was crazy how many trades, like 50 a day. And not just in that, but everything. I don't think he does any of it himself. I don't think he can as the president, but hilarious. I was dying when I saw this, man. America's top crypto earner in 2025, man. Here we're all eating freaking top ramen. And but anyway, I thought it was hilarious. SharpLink CEO Joseph Shalom says there's a 50% chance the Clarity Act passes on July 4th, warning if it doesn't pass, Asia will write its own laws to get ahead of the U.S. Absolutely, right? And it's not passing, by the way. I have an article. They officially it's not getting it's already pushed back to the 13th now. Cynthia Luma calls out Elizabeth Warren for criticizing the Clarity Act. Clarity Act has 16 plus illicit finance safeguards, not loopholes. If you don't like crypto, and say it, but don't stop these baseless attacks. For those of you not in the U.S. or even here, it's pretty simple for me. If Elizabeth Warren's for it, I'm against it. She's against it, I'm for it. She's that corrupt, evil. I got nothing good to say about her. other than Adam Schiff, she's my second least liked politician. She is just horrible. Like, she is just so off the track. So shout out on in contrast, Cynthia Luma's my favorite senator. Bitwise CEO Matt Hogan said Michael Saylor has been Bitcoin's most dominant buyer, but those days are likely over. And we got to keep that in mind. He's been a huge buyer, right? But we all know, and he has made some changes. We saw its effect in STRC positive. But really what Saylor's got to do is sit back and wait for Bitcoin to come back, right? Then he can start buying and being vocal and whatever. And like I say, his STRC, we just checked it, up into the 90s or 91 or whatever it was. We'll check it again here in a minute. But to survive and thrive, he's got to kind of sit back. And the biggest thing for him is obviously his bet, how he's paying that 12% yield and stuff, is just year over year growth, right? So if you believe in Bitcoin, you believe in that. But he has to kick back. He's not going to be buying as much. That's a fact. That is a fact. Japan's Metaplanet, they now hold 43,000 Bitcoin after a 221 million buying spree. So they bought, in the second quarter, they bought 2,823 Bitcoin for 221 million. They're now 43,000 Bitcoin. So Saylor's not the only game in town, but they're going to have, now we got other people. Metaplanet's kind of, we call it the Japanese MicroStrategy. So they are stepping up. That's still a lot, but listen, the market's got to find equilibrium, like water, like anything, right? It's got to find equilibrium, and maybe Saylor was a little exuberant, had to get pulled back a little, have his wings clipped a little bit. He had to re-strategize a little bit. No pun intended, but he'll be back. Don't worry. He'll be back. He just had to, they were all coming at him, pitchforks and shovels out, ready to string him up. So he had to back off a little bit, but other people are going to step up. It's ultimately Saylor's going to be a very small player, right? He just knows that, so he's trying to get all he can. Maybe got a little ahead of himself. This is interesting. First I've seen, I haven't heard much about it. OpenAI offers U.S. government a 5% stake in worth $42.6 billion. AI has discussed giving the U.S. government a 5% stake in the company worth roughly $42.6 billion based on its reported 852 valuation. The idea is to seed a public wealth fund could let America share in AI profits through digital-style payouts. It's modeled on Alaska's oil fund, which has paid eligible residents annual checks since 1982. So this is smart. I would think too, to gain favor and gain a partner. I think a strategic wealth fund is a great idea. We've kind of seen what happened with IBM and some of these others. I think they did it with some of the auto industry too, like Ford, I think they did it with, but that would be huge. Would also give them an advantage and give them some protection. So I think that's a smart idea. First I've heard of it. Non-farm payrolls. Yesterday we had just the ADT, which is kind of a preview, but not always the same. But it came in today. Normally this would be on Friday, but tomorrow we're closed. So it's on a Thursday. 57,000 jobs, 110 estimated. Now, sounds to the, if you're not following the game, this seems like bad news. We're not making jobs, and that's true. But when you consider in the case with the backwards ass world we live in the U.S. economy and whatnot, this becomes good news because remember, Warsh has two mandates. The Fed has two mandates: low inflation, or it's 2% or less inflation, and full as they can employment. So this gives Warsh cover not to raise or maybe even to cut. So this is actually a case where bad news is great news. That's why the market's ripping this morning. Actually, the NASDAQ was going to open in the red before this came out. This just kind of made me laugh. Kash Patel failed to disclose his $100,000 to $250,000 strategy purchase. What his team calls a miscommunication. That's just funny considering we've been talking about that. But hey, I love to see top government officials buying Bitcoin, man. Shout out to Kash for his miscommunication. I'm sure he'll get it sorted. Total market Total market cap reclaims 2.2 trillion. I'm having to talk fast because all the news today. Oh, crap. I'm going to have to refresh some of these pages. I don't know what's up with my computer today. Been going a little slow. We'll jump ahead. We'll come back to some of these. Oh, geez, making me. We'll see if they refresh or not. Otherwise, I've got them written down, but yeah. Hopefully the stream's still not glitchy. Let me try my hand. Oh, it seems like it is. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm going to turn off the... Yeah, it's just my computer kind of overloading here. I jinxed myself talking about Green Man's computer. Let me see if anyone... Yeah, for sure we're locked up here. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. I can see we're frozen up here. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I can see the stream's locked up, maybe frozen here. Haven't seen any comments yet, but let me see if they can hear me over on X. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I can see the stream's locked up, maybe. Yeah, I think you guys can hear me, even though we're not seeing good stuff here. I'm just refreshing some of the pages. I shut down the little thing here. Anyway, we'll Standard Chartered Bank launches service letting eligible clients mint and redeem USDC through the bank without direct Circle accounts. So they can basically redeem and mint USDC, which that's the first bank to do so. So that's big news. El Salvador bought another Bitcoin every day. Now they're at 7,700 Bitcoin. Yeah, Dave Portnoy, he was on that thing with Pomp, who's Jason's business partner, Jason and good friend. He said he's got, like, before it went down this time, he has like $15 million in Bitcoin. So hopefully he'll hold on to that. He said he's going to, even though he's scared. He makes all the wrong moves when it comes to Bitcoin. So he said he's got 15 million waiting for it. He bought it around 100, 120, but hopefully he's going to hold on. He sounds like he's going to. Polymarket's got a 60% chance of getting Bitcoin getting to 65,000 this month. Goldman Sachs says people are rotating, their investors rotating out of Mag 7 into AI semiconductors. We told you there's always going to be capital rotation and stuff, and eventually it'll make its way back to Bitcoin. And to show you how big silver and gold are, they added 600 billion. You know, that's a third of the whole market cap of all of crypto in 10 minutes. So got a long way to go. Okay, I don't know what that one was. I'm not going to worry about this one. Let's just go back and geez, even our stuff's all locking up. So my computer's crap. Might have to do a Green Man refurbish like he had to do. Anyway, good week. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, there we are. Bitcoin almost 62,000, up 5%. Man, I think we might break. We're back at the 200-week moving average. Sorry about the glitches, everyone. Join me on the GM Bitcoin Morning Show. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff and come up, say hello, and we'll see everyone on this show. We'll see everyone on Monday because that's when the market